Me and my wife, we've been together since 2016. We got married 2017. In 2020, we applied for a 10-year green card. At the end of 2020, I found out she was cheating. She didn't want to be married no more. I grabbed the screenshots and everything. And she said, hey, I want to move on. I don't want to be married. Baby, I changed my mind. So we moved on peacefully. But then this whole 3 years, I've been waiting for my green card to get approved for the 10-year. Still haven't got approved. Is it possible for me to apply for the citizenship? Or what's the next step?
You still have a pending I-751?
Yes.
Did you get divorced from this woman?
We're about to get divorced now.
Okay. There's nothing you can do until you are divorced.
Okay.
First of all, if you get an interview right now and you're not divorced, you're going to get denied. So getting divorced is like your number one priority right now. If you get an interview and you are not living with your spouse, you will be denied. Point blank.
Okay.
Okay. Even though it was a real marriage in the past. Because if you're filing based on an I-751 of a joint marriage, you and your wife, if there's an interview, have to show up for this interview. And you and your wife have to prove you are living together today. So if your interview was tomorrow, for example, you have to prove you and your wife live together, and you don't. So you'd either be going and telling the truth, we don't live together, and you'll be denied, or you're going to go and lie. And that's the worst thing you can do when you can tell the truth and get a green card. So how do you deal with this? You get a divorce. And once you are divorced, you can submit what's called a waiver application. And it's just done on paper. There's no actual form. And you ask for a waiver of the joint requirement to file together. As soon as you do that, your wife comes off the case. Now you get an interview. You don't have to prove you and your wife live together. You have to prove back in the day, 2020, 2021, 2019, we were in love. Then she cheated on me and we parted ways.
Right.
And you're telling the
truth. I can prove that.
Right. And then you're telling the truth.
Right.
Once you are divorced and once you make the waiver application, now your case, you've had a conditional resident now for more than 5 years. Now it is safe to file your citizenship because you can go and do everything, tell the truth, get your 10-year in citizenship all in one time.
I'm so frustrated because 3 years they haven't responded to it. And then now
it's taking almost 4 now. And you should be thankful now that you spoke to me that they haven't responded, because if they did, you would have been denied and possibly looking at deportation. So the fact that they delayed you gave you an opportunity to figure out what you were supposed to do, get divorced and fix it. What you do is this.
Thank you so much.
Get divorced, call me for a consultation. I'll tell you what to do.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.